Your grandparents had a washing machine that lasted 25 years, maybe 30. It sat in the basement, it ran every week, and it never broke down. Now look at what you have. A machine that costs twice as much, has a touchscreen nobody asked for, and starts making a grinding noise 3 years after you bought it. That is not a coincidence. That is a business model. The modern washing machine is engineered to fail. Not all at once. Not in a way that feels obvious, but in a slow, predictable decline that pushes you toward a replacement just often enough to keep manufacturers profitable. And the way they pull it off is more calculated than most people realize. Let us start with the single biggest change in washing machine construction over the last 30 years. The shift from metal to plastic. If you cracked open a washing machine from the 1980s, you would find a steel drum, a cast iron gearbox, a metal pump, and metal inlet valves. Nearly every load-bearing component was made from materials designed to handle stress for decades. Open up a modern machine, and you'll find a very different picture. The drum spider, which is the bracket that connects the inner drum to the drive shaft, is now made from a zinc aluminum alloy in most brands. This alloy is cheaper and lighter than steel, which saves money during manufacturing and shipping. But it has a critical weakness: it corrodes. The combination of water, detergent, and heat creates a mildly alkaline environment inside the drum. That environment eats through zinc aluminum over time. The spider arms develop cracks, then they snap. When a spider arm breaks, the drum becomes unbalanced. The machine shakes violently, damages the bearings, and the repair cost is so high that most people just buy a new machine. This is not a mystery to manufacturers. They have materials, engineers on staff. They know exactly how long zinc aluminum lasts in an alkaline, wet environment. They could use stainless steel spiders for a few dollars more per unit. Some premium brands do, but most manufacturers choose the cheaper alloy because a spider that lasts 7 years instead of 25 years means you buy more machines over your lifetime. The second major failure point is the drum bearings, and this one is arguably the most deliberate design choice in the entire appliance industry. In older machines, the bearings were mounted in a housing that could be unbolted, removed, and replaced. A competent repair technician could swap bearings in about an hour. The part cost $10 to $20. The labor cost may be $100. Modern front load washers have moved to what the industry calls a sealed tub design. The bearings are pressed directly into the rear of the outer tub, which is a single molded plastic unit. When the bearings fail, and they always fail eventually, you cannot just replace the bearings. You have to replace the entire outer tub assembly. That part alone costs $300 to $500 depending on the brand. Add labor and you are looking at a repair bill that is 50 to 70% of the cost of a new machine. Most consumers look at that number and buy new. Manufacturers will tell you the sealed tub design reduces manufacturing complexity and improves water sealing. Both of those things are true, but it also happens to make the most common mechanical failure in a washing machine economically unrecoverable. That is not an accident. The third failure vector is electronics. A washing machine from 1990 had a mechanical timer, a water level switch, and a motor. 3 components that could each last decades. A modern machine has a main control board, a motor control board, a user interface board, multiple sensors, and wiring harnesses connecting all of them. Every one of those electronic components is a potential failure point. Control boards are particularly problematic because they sit inside an appliance that generates heat, vibration, and moisture. Those are the 3 things that destroy electronics fastest. Solder joints crack from vibration, capacitors dry out from heat, connectors corrode from moisture. When a control board fails, the machine either stops working entirely or develops erratic behavior like skipping cycles, not draining, or throwing error codes that do not correspond to any actual problem. A replacement control board costs between $150 and $400. Some brands have made their boards proprietary, meaning you can only buy the replacement from the manufacturer. There is no aftermarket alternative. And because electronic components have a finite shelf life, boards for discontinued models become unavailable within a few years of the model being retired. Your machine might be perfectly sound mechanically, but if you cannot get the control board, it becomes a 400-pound paperweight. Now let us talk about something most people get wrong every single time they do laundry. Detergent. When high-efficiency front-load washers became the standard, they required a new type of detergent labeled HE. High-efficiency detergent uses a low Sudes formula designed for the reduced water volume in modern machines. The problem is that most people use way too much of it. The recommended amount for an HE washer is about 2 tablespoons per load. Most people pour in 3 to 4 times that amount because the cap markings are deliberately confusing, and because more soap feels like cleaner clothes. Excess detergent does not rinse out in the reduced water volume of an HE machine. It builds up inside the drum, in the door gasket, in the drain pump, and in the hoses. That residue creates the perfect environment for mold and bacteria, which is why so many front-load washers develop that distinctive, musty smell within the first year. But the damage goes beyond odor. Detergent residue coats the pressure sensor tube, causing the machine to misread water levels. It gunks up the drain pump impeller, reducing drainage efficiency and eventually burning out the pump motor. It builds up in the door boot seal, degrading the rubber and causing leaks. Every one of these failures traces back to excess detergent, but manufacturers have no incentive to solve the problem because those failures drive service calls and replacements. Let us address the elephant in the room. Planned obsolescence. This is not a conspiracy theory. It is a documented business strategy with a long history in the appliance industry. In 2015, France became the first country to make planned obsolescence a criminal offense. The law specifically targets manufacturers who deliberately shorten product lifespans to increase replacement sales. The fact that a major country felt the need to pass that law tells you everything about how widespread the practice is. The math is straightforward. If a washing machine costs $600 and lasts 20 years, the manufacturer earns $30 per year of ownership. If that same machine costs $700 but lasts 5 years, the manufacturer earns $140 per year of ownership, and they sell you 3 additional machines over the same 20-year period. The financial incentive to build machines that fail faster is overwhelming, especially in a market where consumers make purchasing decisions based on price and features rather than longevity. Some manufacturers have gotten creative about how they implement this. Rather than making the whole machine fragile, they engineer 1 or 2 critical components to fail just outside the warranty period. The warranty on most machines is 1 year for parts and labor. The average drum spider failure occurs between 3 and 7 years. The average bearing failure occurs between 5 and 8 years. The average control board failure occurs between 4 and 6 years. Every one of those timelines falls conveniently outside warranty coverage. So what can you actually do about this? The first and most important step is buying the right machine. Speed Queen is the most commonly cited brand among appliance repair technicians for longevity. Their top-load machines use a mechanical transmission rather than a direct drive motor, metal components where other brands use plastic, and a design philosophy that prioritizes repairability over sleek aesthetics. They're more expensive upfront, typically $800 to $1,200, but their expected lifespan is 15 to 25 years. If Speed Queen is out of your budget, look for any machine that has user-replaceable bearings, a stainless steel drum spider, and a mechanical control option. Some commercial-grade models from other brands offer these features at a lower price point. Avoid any machine where the manufacturer does not publish a parts diagram. If they do not want you seeing how the machine is built, there is a reason for that. For maintenance, cut your detergent to 1 tablespoon per normal load. That sounds like too little, but test it for 2 weeks and you will see that your clothes come out just as clean. Run a cleaning cycle once a month with either a cup of white vinegar or a washing machine cleaner tablet. Leave the door open between loads to let the drum and gasket dry completely, and clean the drain pump filter every 3 months. Most front loaders have a small access panel at the bottom front of the machine. Open it, pull the filter, and remove the debris. This single step prevents more pump failures than any other maintenance task. If your current machine breaks, get a repair estimate before you assume it needs replacing. Many common failures like pump replacements, door latch switches, and drain hose clogs cost under $200 to fix. Even bearing replacements, if you can find a technician willing to do the work on a sealed tub machine, can extend the life of your machine by another 5 to 7 years for less than the cost of a new unit. Here's the bottom line. Your washing machine is not dying because you are doing something wrong. It is dying because it was built to die. The materials are cheaper. The components are sealed instead of serviceable. The electronics add failure points that did not exist a generation ago. And the entire industry profits from your frustration. The machines that last are still out there. They cost more upfront. They do not have touchscreens or Wi-Fi connectivity or steam cycles. They just wash clothes reliably for decades. And in a market full of machines designed to fail in 5 years, that is the most valuable feature you can buy.